one more thing about songwriting, which I thought would be worth mentioning, um, because songwriting can be an incredibly daunting process. Sometimes it feels like every song in the world has already been written, and then you just hear something brand new that just blows you away. And it often seems that the words and the music just flow out of these people with little to no effort at all, and if, as if they came from another planet. Uh, and that's why I love hearing demos of some of my favorite songs. They can usually be found as B-sides or on deluxe editions of albums or even in box sets. But I find them to be invaluable for me as a songwriter because they help me to understand and study the songwriting processes of the artists I love. For example, an album that left an indelible mark on me as a teenager was The Who's Quadrophenia. It's always been one of those perfect records to me. But the songs and performances and arrangements weren't always like that. I mean, so The Who released a director's cut box set, or I think that's what they called it, of the album, which included Pete Townshend's home demos for the album. And listening to those songs really reminded me that this album, which I've venerated since I was a teenager, and the songs that were on it weren't born perfect. They were once works in process. And it might sound incredibly silly since it is so glaringly obvious, but sometimes there are things you know in theory but never have been able to fully digest in practice. And this was one of those things for me, and it actually really inspired me that this album and those songs weren't born overnight. And I guess I'll just sum it up like this. A piano teacher once told me to look down at the piano I was sitting in front of and said, somewhere in those 88 keys is a great song, and it's up to you to find it. So those are words I've tried to live by ever since. And if you're a songwriter yourself, happy hunting.